Sedriques Dumas has been arrested again, this time for a home invasion. Um, in this video, I want to talk about why Sedriques should be cut from the UFC, not just for all the horrendous shit that we're going to talk about in this video that he committed, but also, for his in the octagon, performances as well. But the most recent details from his most recent arrest is that he is currently being set at over $500,000 bond, charged with home invasion, robbery, battery, possession of a weapon or ammo by a convicted felon, and drug possession. This arrest happened less than 3 weeks after his last fight, which was a first-round loss KO to Michael Zuechik during UFC 314. So, in case you guys don't know, Dumas entered the UFC through the Dana White Contender Series. And this is an interesting fact about him that I didn't even know. I knew he had been arrested several times, but I had learned this today. Apparently, Dumas has faced 12 arrests since 2014. Today, it would actually be 13 arrests since 2014. And today, we're going to mainly talk about the examples of domestic abuse and domestic violence in these arrests, because I think reasons like that are good reasons to cut a fighter from the organization. So the first arrest we're going to talk about, this is one of the first examples we could find of domestic violence, was in 2017. Dumas was arrested and found guilty of domestic battery. And this was before signing with the UFC. He had went on the Dana White Contender Series later. And then there's another incident where in the preparation to the Dana White, I should have said viewer, sensitive content, viewer discretion. It does show the face of the alleged victim. So this next one, this other incident was before his USA debut. It was in 2022 when Dumas was accused of hitting a woman in the face during an altercation outside of a bar in Pensacola, Florida. So although no one was arrested, the victim's family did speak out. This is the father of the victim. There's a fighter out of Pensacola named Dumas who was fighting August 30th in your Contender Season 6 event. He punched my 98-pound daughter in the face at a bar in Pensacola Saturday night. Get him off the card. We fully intend to be there with posters and flyers. Some more information about the case. But I think you could imagine why this guy should be good. He's just clearly has a history of not controlling himself. And the fact that he would punches a woman in the face because of an argument. There's no reason to punch a woman in the face, let alone an argument, is fucking crazy. This next one here is I know what you guys are going to say. I'm not going to read all that. It's fine. I have a next slide that's going to simplify it. But if you would like, you could pause it, read it, and zoom in, screenshot if you like. You could see some of the specific things that were said in this case. This is the more recent one compared to yesterday. So this one is from February 2024, I believe. This was February 13th on charges of domestic battery. Dumas allegedly hit the mother of his child in the face and scratched her, breaking her glasses in the process. The report also mentioned that one of the officers allegedly saw a text where Dumas admitting to hitting his baby mama. So in this next slide, these are just the key details, the key points from the report. Suspect has destroyed cherished personal items. Suspect has said, if I can't have you, no one can. Real psychopathic shit to say. Suspect attempts to control partner's activities. Suspect directs violence towards pregnant partner. Suspect has had recent financial problems. Recent or threatened separation. Increased in frequency or severity of violence. I don't even know what else to say after reading all that. How this guy continues to get fights in the UFC despite what is known about him is... I don't know what to say about it. Now this quote here this is a quote Sedriques Dumas made before entering the UFC, in the process of it, I believe, before making his debut. My main goal is to have more knockouts, rest in peace, than Anthony Rumble Johnson, and more knockouts than Derek Lewis. And that's my goal. Anything else, y'all can have that. So, he wants to have more knockouts than Derek Lewis. Let's take a look at his record since entering the UFC. By the way, I put this image over here because I want to remind myself that Apparently, Sedriques was a street fighter prodigy who then transitioned to MMA through the guidance of Jorge Masvidal. So, but this is his record in the UFC. So, since entering through the Dana White Contender Series, he is 3-3. His 3 wins have been decision, unanimous decision, boring wins. Some people have argued he didn't even win some of those fights. And every time he's lost, he's been finished. And he gets finished within the first 2 rounds. So not only does this guy have all this messed up shit happening in his life, harming other people outside of the octagon, but he doesn't even give anybody exciting performances, any cool highlights to remember him for. This next slide, Dana White won't like this. Neither will John Jones. This is the National Domestic Violence Hotline. If you or anybody you know might need it. I want to thank all of you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more MMA related content.